Hey everyone, Thordan the Smash here, and today we are going to be talking about, well, the return of arenas coming to Apex Legends. It's no big secret, the devs themselves have said it's coming back very soon, that timeline is coming up, and it looks to be having some major changes with it and some inside information about how this new thing might actually play out. We're going to go over all of that. We're also going to give out one of the Bangalore Heirloom Recolors. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, and you're entered for a chance to win. But without further ado, let's talk about what's going on with the future of arenas in Apex Legends. So in Season 9 of Apex Legends, well, Respawn decided to do something we had never seen before and open up a brand new mode, and that mode was called Arenas, and it had some ups and downs. It had its own ranked mode, and after a couple of seasons the devs decided to scrap it, and they went ahead and instead moved towards a mixtape mode with TDM, Control, and other modes. However, devs have actually been very clear about the fact, and this actually comes from January of this year, that Arenas has been backburned, but it's in our quiver to use again at some point. It's potentially coming back in the next 12 to 24 months. It's definitely something on our roadmap. So all those that have been waiting for Arenas to come back, well, you can be excited because it definitely is. And it looks like it's going to be coming with some new twists and turns. Ritz King and Pornhub were actually talking in the Discord the other day. Ritz King was going over the brand new Hype Train Winter Express mode that's coming back with a new twist. And Pornhub said, don't be surprised if we start to see Apex start to feel more like Titanfall. And finally, super secret hush hush, but there's a very real possibility an entirely reworked variant of Arenas is coming back. Meaning that we are not only going to be getting the mode back, but it's going to be completely different from the way that we remember it. In fact, devs and the current game director, Steven Ferreira, actually went ahead and explained that the current mixtape playlist serves as an evolution of Arenas, giving players a way to learn, test weapons, legends, or mechanics, and when Arenas returns, it will probably need to claim a different niche than it did before, considering mixtape doesn't look like it's going away, meaning that this is going to be an entirely new setup. And this makes a lot of sense because, well, arena shooters are starting to come back in a sense, and that's what Arenas mode was, hence the name Arena. X-Defiant, for instance, showed that that game mode is still very popular as it hit 300k concurrent players when it launched, attracting over 3 million unique users in 2 days. And you can bet Respawn, with all the new stuff that they've been adding in, definitely want to go ahead and retry it and try to make it useful. The only problem is, well, last time it was in the game, there was a huge issue with, well, balancing, and they worked tirelessly to go ahead and make Arenas matchmaking more fair and the weapon loadouts. I don't know how they're going to do it now because the Mozambique was actually probably one of the best arena weapons, and well, now it's dual wield and just probably one of the best guns in the game, if not the best. Although I know a lot of you out there love the P2020 as well. So they're going to have to figure out maybe doing a completely different meta for an Arenas mode. What's interesting though is because they are trying to move more towards Titanfall type content with an arena shooter, well, we actually have an idea of what this might look like when it does launch, because there is a caustic Titanfall skin in the game right now. It hasn't launched yet, but I would imagine this skin is probably going to come around the time of Arenas or a Titanfall themed event. It's a pilot skin, it looks really cool. It's personally one of my favorites in the game. And what would be even more interesting is, well, if we ended up getting Titans that came in with it. Because once again, the game director Steven Ferreira said, we've tried Titans a few different times in building prototypes through Apex. There are some balance issues that Titans bring to the game that we have yet to find the right solution to. Doesn't mean we're not going to find the right solution, but I don't think making the map bigger is going to be part of the solution. Meaning that we could actually see some unique perks added into the game, like Titanfall drops, to go along with that caustic skin when Arenas returns. Arenas has always actually been tied to Titanfall. When the game initially launched, it did so with an Ash teaser, which is one of the main antagonists of Titanfall 2. So there's definitely a connection there, and it kind of just fits all together pretty perfectly. The other thing though is if the map isn't going to be big, well, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. There were some leaked arena maps. They just never came to the game. This first one is a pretty big map that was unpolished. You can see a player running around with the Fanatic right here. And overall, it has a lot of great movement and a lot of great stuff going on with it, and definitely could be, you know, an Arenas map. Probably not for Titans, it's not big enough. The other one is called Centrifuge. This one definitely is another Arenas map we never got that could release in the near future. Once again, way too tiny for Titans in my personal opinion. It'd just be way too cluttered with legend abilities. However, the last one does have some potential. This is a Bloodhound World one, and this is a pretty large map, especially considering it's an Arenas map. This once again never got released, although it is still in the game files, or was a couple of seasons ago, meaning that it was the most ready to release. It's pretty cool seeing some of these maps, and I do hope that they come in. If not for Arenas, then it would be great to have them for some mixtape variants. We got Thunderdome a couple seasons ago, but I feel like that one is a little cluttered and everyone kind of just sits at the top there. It would make sense that if this Arenas launched with a Titanfall type mode, that it would be around the same time that we get the new Titanfall game. It's not Titanfall 3, but it's been pretty much confirmed by Respawn that they are working on a Titanfall Apex Legends themed game in the near future. All this being said, when it does finally come into the game, the big issue with Arenas is going to be the cheating thing, and just ranked in general if it gets its own ranked mode like it did before. Right now, ranked is, you know, getting a purple badge and solo queuing for the most most part. It hasn't really changed and been static. They're trying ranked rumble, and it would be interesting if we got a variant ranked rumble tied in with arenas. I think ranked rumble is really cool, but they just haven't full sent it yet, and so we're kind of stuck with the current ranked and then rumble whenever it comes around, even though it has a lot of bugs and issues. Hopefully they get all the kinks moved out. We'll have to see if it actually helps stop cheaters. It definitely will be a benefit because no longer on console will you run into 9 manners or 6 manners because it's a simple 3v3 mode, but we could see some variations of it like TDM. You could even make arenas and mixtape combined into a really cool mode, along with some cool Titan cooldowns for the near future. Overall, I think this is really cool. I'm glad arenas is coming back in some capacity, hopefully with new rewards and a reworked meta along with some cool Titanfall content, but we should be expecting this at the earliest around December or next season. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think arenas will be viable if it comes back? Are you excited for some Titanfall content? And what do you think about the future of Apex Legends as a whole? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here by my editor Novell, who does amazing Apex Legends content. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the outlands. I'll see you out there.